Welcome. Welcome, my dear friends. Myself is Professor Dr. Rajendra Deshpande, and I would like to welcome you all. We will start our today's lecture, which is regarding again the urinary system or the excretory system. And today we are going to talk about urinary tract infection. In the short form, it is called as UTI. Can you see here? UT and I. Urinary tract infection. And of course, first we will see the holistic aspect of the urinary tract infections, and then we will focus on the Ayurvedic aspect and Ayurvedic management as well. My dear friends, I'm always telling you, you must understand that each and every pathy is very good because each pathy has the merits as well as some limitations. As I have told you, that I have already uploaded the lot of things about urinary tract or excretory system, and I have covered glomerulonephritis, I have covered pyelonephritis, I have covered nephrotic syndrome. These all videos are already uploaded. So if you are suffering from any kidney problem, you must look these videos, and if necessary, you can contact to the Ayurvedic physician as well. But I personally feel in the urinary tract, especially the nephritic cases, nephrotic syndrome cases, pyelonephritis cases, there should be a consultation of the urologist or a surgeon or the higher, what you can say, the consultants of Ayurveda, because these diseases are little bit complicated diseases. They take a long time to get cured, and close watch on that particular disease process is required because kidney is very important organ. Remember my words. Like you always think about the heart. If there is a problem in the heart, you get afraid and okay, it's my danger for my life. If something gets wrong with your brain, you get afraid. But similarly, I will say you should be cautious about the kidney organ and the urine aspect of your body, because urine, although it is a waste product, it should be quantitatively and qualitatively well formed and well excreted every day. So today we will discuss about urinary tract infections. Mostly the doctor gives a particular antibiotics, but I personally feel this particular problem, urinary tract infection, can be very well tackled, very well treated by your family physician, allopathic or maybe Ayurvedic. Okay, so this is myself, Professor Dr. Rajendra Deshpande. I am MD in Ayurvedic medicine as well as Ayurvedic physiology, so double post graduation. Now you can see this is my personal website. This is my WhatsApp number 922681060. You can always welcome to mail me. Basically, as I remain too much busy, I am sorry to say, but I will prefer to get the mails from you to get the WhatsApp message in spite of the direct calling, because it's very impossible to talk to so many people whole the day. Okay. Next, I will open the screen very big, so PowerPoint presentation will be there, so you can have the better comfort with this bigger screen. Okay, here we have the big screen. Next, excretory problems in GB. We are discussing since last 3, 4, 5 videos excretory system in general medical practice. I am talking very little about the hospital management, very little about the hospital protocols. I am discussing very common things because these videos are very useful for the medical students, medical teachers, medical doctors, new coming, upcoming doctors, and also indirectly they are useful for the common man. But my request to the common man is like this: by folding my hands, please understand Dr. Deshpande uploading these videos for educational purpose only. He is not advising any self medication. So the patient should not take any of the medicines that I mentioned. No, direct consume is not allowed. You must consult your Ayurvedic Vaidya or any family physician. Okay, so this is my statutory warning. These are the things I have discussed, I am going to discuss, and I am discussing right now. So these are the problems. Acute glomerulonephritis, video is already uploaded. Acute pyelonephritis, video is already uploaded. Chronic pyelonephritis, video is uploaded. UTI, today's lecture. hematuria tomorrow, calculus day after tomorrow, renal calculus colic that we are going to discuss, ureteric calculus most, because this lot of people are suffering from the calculus. I'm going to make a video on that. Bedwetting problem, nocturnal enuresis in the children is also very common. I am going to discuss with you. BPH in the adult male person, benign prostatic hypertrophy. This is also very common. That one video will be there at the end of this excretory system. Okay. This is my mail ID, professordeshpande@gmail.com. You can have my personal online paid consultation. I give the lifestyle advice based on your prakriti. Then I give the guidance to my students for their Ayurvedic topics or the modern topics. Some videos, some lectures I can take, but not all the syllabus. It is very difficult because a lot of workload is with me. Okay, I request to share these videos. Look these videos till the end of this. It may be 1 hour, it may be half an hour, it may be 1.5 hours, because these are educational videos. This is not what you can say the time pass videos. There are a lot of 5 minutes videos. They are for propaganda purpose. I'm not doing only propaganda. Yes, I do the propaganda of Ayurveda, but basically my intention is to educate the people, educate the students. Now, there is a general rule for any disease. The doctor may be practicing allopathic, maybe Ayurvedic, maybe homeopathic, maybe naturopathic. But for each doctor, I will insist that every doctor should try to find out the root cause of the disease. Unless and until you treat the basic cause, if you give only and only symptomatic treatment, that is a wrong ethical practice. You must try to find out the root cause, and that can be seen when you try about the causative factors. That is called as a differential diagnosis. Why the urinary infection is there? You must find it out, and then you treat it with the antibiotic or any Ayurvedic medicine. In Ayurveda, this differential diagnosis is called as a Vyadhi Vyavachcheda Nidana. My request to all the people, try to understand little scientific terminology of Ayurveda, then you will be more delighted and happy to see these my videos. Okay. Basic management principle of Professor Deshpande. Ayurveda has mentioned Sankhepataha. Look my cursor. Please look my cursor. Sankhepataha Kriya Yogo Nidana Parivarjanam. This is in English. This is in Sanskrit. In short, what is the management principle of Ayurveda? Try to avoid or remove or treat causative factors. 3 things you can do. You can avoid it, you can totally remove it, or you can try to keep under control those causative factors. This is urinary system for your understanding. These are the 2 kidneys on my 2 sides of the umbilicus, right kidney and left kidney. God has a very mercy with us. He says, okay, if 1 kidney is damaged, there is another kidney to take care of. So this is very God's grace. Then here actually the urine formation takes place. This is hormonal gland, which is called as a suprarenal gland. Right kidney, left kidney, and these are the ureters, tubes which carry the urine to the bladder. And here urine is only stored. Here it is not formed. Urine is formed in the kidney. It is carried to the bladder. It is kept over there till the proper time, proper place, proper desire is there, and then with this urethra. Can you see? I will make this curve. This is urethra. Here actually you have the penis. In the ladies, that is urethral orifice, and the excretion of the urine takes place through this urethra. Next. Now we are talking about urinary tract infection, especially lower UTI. Why this specific word? Because upper infections that we have already discussed. When kidney, again I will go back. We have already discussed the infection over here. Glomerulonephritis, pyelonephritis, this is over here. But now we will talk more about cystitis, inflammation to the bladder. Urethritis. Here we are talking about lower urinary tract infections. What are the main features? Now, one pause. There is always a confusion in the mind of the people. UTI and URTI. Only R here. If I add, I will go here. If I add the R, URTI, that is different. Upper respiratory tract infection. Respiratory, rhinitis, pharyngitis, laryngitis, bronchitis. URTI, respiration. But UTI, can you see here UTI? Urinary tract infection. Two words are different. URTI, UTI. Okay. Burning micturition, very painful. Burning will be there. Fire will be there in urethra while passing the urine. Fever with rigor. This is most important symptom. Fever is there 99, 100, 101, but with if you feel there is a temperature to the patient, doctor, blanket. Mild chill, mild feeling of cold is common in every fever. Any fever, there is a little chill is there, chilly sensation. That is called as a chill, CHILL. Fever with chill is common in any fever. Viral, dengue, anything. But fever with rigor, only two diseases you must remember. Dr. Deshpande is telling only two diseases. UTI, malaria. UTI, malaria, fever with rigor. Fever with rigor, UTI, malaria. This is energetic lecture of Professor Deshpande. So try to get the knowledge with this energy. Okay. So UTI and malaria. Now many times what happens whenever the patient comes to complaining fever with the doctor always asks, is there any cough, sore throat, do you feel any cough, do you have the diarrhea, do you have the vomiting, any pain in the abdomen, and everything no. Doctor may think it may be viral, but my dear friends, many females, many even gents, they shy, SHY, they shy to tell about urine. And doctor also by chance missed this particular point that we should ask to do the urine examination. That is very dangerous. In any case of fever, by auscultation, doctor put the stethoscope here. It is a typhoid, dengue, jaundice, bronchitis, pharyngitis, tonsillitis, everything he does. But he don't take care of patient, don't tell about urine, because fever, one of the cause is urinary tract infection, very common in the females. Because I will go back. Sorry, here you can see here. This urethra, this part is very small in the females than the male. Urethra is small in females, so chances of soiling, SY, is getting disturbed. Infection chances are more in females than the male. And another problem, females are always shy. They don't tell about their urine, and doctor also forget to ask, and then it becomes a chronic urinary tract infection. It is not responding to the normal amoxicillin, penicillin, antibiotic, because it requires a specific treatment for specific days. So be careful. Fever with rigor. If STD is the main cause, sexually transmitted disease, if the young person comes to you, age of 25, 20, 15, he may have gone to the prostitute, Veshagamana, and there he can get the venereal diseases. The important venereal disease is, of course, AIDS, HIV. But before that, gonorrhea. There is a pus discharge per urethra. Doctor must ask the patient, do you have any burning micturition? Do you get any pus, any sticky secretion from your penis? And if he says yes, then directly doctor can ask whether you have gone any visit to call girl, because that may be positive and you have to do specific swab test. Urethral swab should be taken for gonorrhea because it is a cause of urinary tract infection. Then accidental finding, many times there is no fever, there is no burning. When there is any operation, appendixectomy, hysterectomy, hernia, any operation, pre-operative checkup is done. Any operation before, whether any infection in your body, surgeon wants to find out. He does minimum 3-4 tests. For first example, hemogram, urine routine, okay, then kidney function test, urea and creatinine, liver function test, and BTCT. These are the simple tests he performs before surgery, and then automatically it is recovered in the urine. In the urine sample, there are pus cells, 10 to 15 pus cells per high power field. So it may be mild urinary tract infection. So if it is not necessary of urgency of the surgery, the surgeon or physician will treat urinary tract infection first and then surgery is done. So that is called as an accidental finding. Okay. Confirm the diagnosis by urine routine examination, which cost nowadays approximately 200 rupees minimum. Okay. And if there is a finding pus cell, always you look for pus cells in the urine, then it may be greater than 5 pus cells per high power field, HPF, high power field. Microscopic examination of urine. Next, this is general anatomical structure. You must know about that. This is female, this is male. Okay, these are the ureters coming from the kidney. Okay, this is the bladder. This is bladder neck. Okay, this is urethral meatus. Okay, here in the male there is a prostate gland. Remember, this is another. Here is a prostate gland, and these are the sphincters, external sphincters by which we can control the urine. This is the side view of the male and female urethra. Here you can see the urethra, penis is there. Okay, but here what is happening? Check this point. This is urethra. Can you note this? Carefully note. I am making a cursor, urethra. Now here you can see clitoris. Then actually here you can see the anus. So these two openings are very near. Okay. So chances, if there is no proper hygiene is maintained in this area, if hygiene is not maintained, there is a chances of soiling, infection through this particular unhygienic condition. Then even intercourse. If the male partner and female partner don't do the proper hygiene, then during the intercourse also chances of infection is there, because actually here is the place where intercourse is done. You know this. Okay, next. Male urinary bladder. Again, you can see the detailed structure. This is the detrusor smooth muscle. Okay, these are the ureters. This is the trigone part. This is the prostatic glands. Okay, these are the just understanding of anatomy. How you can treat urinary tract infections? There are a lot of antibiotics from the olden days. In my days, 30, 40 years back, we used to use this Bactrim tablet. This is sulfa tablet, sulfamethoxazole, trimethoprim and sulfamethoxazole. These are the two components of Bactrim, and DS means double strength. Bactrim DS, one tablet in the morning, one tablet in the evening. That was our favorite urinary antiseptic. Okay. Then these are all antibiotics. It is not prescribed all at a time. No, only one is chosen by concerning family physician. My words are there, my dear friend. Don't take these antibiotics of your own. Consult your family physician, consult Ayurvedic doctors, and then only you can take this. Okay, tablet. So either or, Gramonate 500 milligram QID. This is very useful information for the students. This contains the nalidixic acid. This is generic name. This is the brand name. Furadentine. Furadentine contains nitrofurantoin. 100 milligram QID 4 times in a day. Norflox, very famous. Nowadays, Norflox is very common. 400 milligram although I have not written, this is milligram, 400 milligram BD, or some doctors prefer Ciplox, 500 milligram BD, 2 times in a day, okay, morning and evening. Sparfloxacin, this is the benefit, this latest generation, third generation antibiotics. Why? Because dose is reduced. Here BD, can you see here? Here is a BD, here is a OD. Only once before going to the your office, school, only one tablet. Finish. For 24 hours it will work. So this is sparfloxacin 200 milligram OD, or everything is or. Levofloxacin 500 milligram OD. Doctor selects the antibiotics and not the patient. Next, if there is a burning, of course there is a burning, symptomatic treatment is also necessary to control that burning. I know whenever the infection will go, burning will reduce, but temporarily, to instant, the patient wants, oh doctor, so much burning, oh my God. Doctor can give liquid Cital, 2 TSF, 2 teaspoon in a glass of water, and drink that water. Or, here is again or, tablet pyridium, very good tablet, pyridium 200 milligram, 2 tablets 3 times in a day. But my dear friends, my dear students, you must explain to the patient that while taking this tablet, rather after taking this tablet, if the patient goes for toilet after half an hour, 1 hour, he passes very high colored urine, very dark yellow after taking tablet pyridium. And then patient gets shocked. Immediately dial, hello doctor, I have started jaundice. You know this, that I have started, I got the jaundice. मला कावीळ झाली, माझी लघवी पिवळी झाली, I am getting yellow urine, dark yellow, it may be the jaundice. No. This is the side effect of tablet pyridium, that it changes the color of the urine. Nothing to be worried about. It is not at all jaundice. But this fact should be explained by the doctor to the patient. Then, to reduce the acidity or hotness of the urine, plenty of water and fluids, especially coconut water, cold drinks like lassi, not thumbs up or maza. I am not against for that. I don't want to comment on thumbs up, etc. But these are not really cooling. I am talking about cool beverages, traditional beverages like lassi. Okay. UTI. Can you see here? Here our kidney is there, then ureter is there, bladder is there, prostate gland is there, and urethra is there. This is upper tract. And upper tract we have already discussed pyelonephritis up to here, upper part, and lower part is cystitis, prostatitis, and urethritis. I think very clear. We are discussing lower UTI. By picture, it is always interesting to note what is upper, what is lower. Okay, next. Investigations are very helpful. Objective parameter. I always explain to my Ayurvedic students, Ayurvedic professors, Ayurvedic doctors, my dear Ayurvedic friends, don't rely only on subjective parameters. Then you may make a big mistake. Oh, I can treat without investigation. Very wrong, very wrong. No, don't take any risk, because these investigations cannot be a monopoly of allopathy. Any Ayurvedic physician, homeopathic physician, naturopathy, he can do the investigations, because this is the development of biophysics, biochemistry. Okay, you do the investigation, because patient may say, doctor, no complaints, okay, everything fine, and he may have still subclinical infection in the urinary tract. Few pulses may remain there, and there may be recurrence, and the case becomes chronic urinary tract infection, and that is very difficult and very dangerous. You are making damage to the kidney, my dear friends. So don't hesitate to do the investigations. Proper investigations, proper time, you must pay for it. Nothing to be worried about. Huh? Abdominal ultrasonography, in addition to the urinary tract, sorry, in addition to urine routine examination. Abdominal sonography, if the patient complains pain in the loin, on the lumbar region. Okay, urethral swab for post discharge to find out the sexually transmitted disease, visiting prostitutes. Scrotal sonography. Huh? Then note, give the antibiotics for 5 days. How the management? Repeat urine routine for pus cells. If no pus cells, good. But still continue the antibiotic for more 5 days. So total 10 days antibiotic course is a must for lower UTI. Now, after 5 days, pus cells still detected. That means your antibiotic is not working well. You have not selected the proper antibiotic. Then there is a need of urine culture and sensitivity. C and S. Culture and sensitivity. Urine culture and sensitivity. What does it mean? What does it mean? Because patients are interested. Doctor, why the doctor is telling me so costly, expensive investigation? And the results is coming after 48 hours. What is the necessary, doctor? Even many students tell me, doctor, tell me the interpretation of investigations. What is investigation? So culture and sensitivity means which organisms, which bacteria are attacked on your urinary tract, and which is the best antibiotic for that bacteria, for that microorganism. That is called as a culture and sensitivity test. I hope you have understood. After 10 days, if the symptoms persist, burning is there, intermittent fever is there, also pus cells are there, then my dear friends, don't take risk. Send him to the super consultant urologist or super Ayurvedic specialist. Okay, because chronic infection in the urinary tract, chronic UTI is a dangerous for the kidney. It can turn into the pyelonephritis. It can turn to the chronic nephritis. Kidney will be damaged. You will have to go for dialysis, kidney transplant. No, we don't want it. We don't want it. Okay, so be careful. Symptoms of UTI. Okay, pyelonephritis, kidney infection, flank pain, high fever, malaise, WBCs and bacteria in the urine, urinary symptoms similar to the cystitis. Now, this is bladder. Bladder infection, increased urinary frequency, urgency, fast. Very quick, I have to go to the toilet. Urgency, okay? Dysuria, painful micturition, pain above the pubic region, lower abdomen pain, WBCs and bacteria in the urine, and more common urethritis, cystitis is more common in the females. Be careful. Okay. Differential diagnosis. Burning sensation of the urine plus fever, rigor, UTI. But if no burning, only frequency, no burning, no fever, only I have to go to many times to the toilet, doctor. How many days? No, since last 15 days, 2 months, I'm getting this problem. I don't understand why. Because no burning, doctor, no fever. So only frequency is increased. Then think of diabetes mellitus, DM, Madhumeha diabetes mellitus. Now you have done the blood sugar, okay? If no diabetes mellitus, patient is old, problem may be prostate. Enlargement of the prostate, mechanical obstruction, mechanical irritation, repeated going to the WC toilet, okay, micturition. Prostate, prostatitis, benign prostatic hypertrophy, BPH, benign, no cancer, benign prostatic hypertrophy is common after the age of 50 in the male patient. Don't forget it. Then young patient, frequency is increased, No burning. There may be tuberculosis, TB of the bladder. It is possible because many people don't know this. They say only TB lungs, TB cough, TB lungs. No, TB can occur anywhere in the body. Anywhere in the body. You may not know. Okay. So TB of the bladder, or it may be urinary tract infection. Only frequency, no burning, no fever, but still it can be the UTI. Check the urine routine and see the pus cells. Next, no burning, but frequency increased. Polyuria, when frequent lot of urine, poly means much more. Polyuria, polydipsia, loss of water, and the thirst is more. That is called as a polydipsia. And loss of weight, it can indicate again diabetes mellitus. So do the glucose tolerance test. This is very important. Or modified GTT, glucose tolerance test. You know how it is done? First, last, you eat any food at 8 o'clock in the evening of the prior day. In the next day, till 8 o'clock, don't eat anything. Water can be drunk, but no food, no tea, no coffee, no milk, no sugar. Go to the laboratory at many pathological laboratory open at 8 and 8:30 a.m. Why? To give the fasting urine or blood sample for the sugar. That is called as fasting. Then pathologist, there only 75 gram of glucon D powder mixed with the water, drink it, sharbat, glucose water, 75 gram, approximately 250 ml. Okay. Then your blood again sample is taken after half hour, 1 hour, 1.5 hour, and 2 hours. Every half an hour, 5 samples are collected for the blood sugar, that is GTT. But sometimes fasting, sharbat, glucose water, 1 hour blood sample for sugar, 2nd hour blood sample for sugar, only fasting 1 and 2, only 3 samples. That is called as a modified GTT. Both tests are done to rule out diabetes mellitus, Madhumeh. Then, if these tests are normal, very rare, but measure 24 hours urine output. You bring the jar, the pathology lab, they give you the big jar with some preservative, don't throw it away. And there you are asked to take each and every urine sample in that jar, and in the laboratory, they measure the total 24-hour urine output. If it is more than 2000 ml, the disease may be, very rare, but may be diabetes insipidus. You must understand these two words very clearly. Diabetes mellitus is Madhumeh. Diabetes insipidus is another disease. Without sugar, there will not be any sugar. Only more amount of urine, that is a deficiency of antidiuretic hormone from posterior pituitary gland. This is the endocrinal disorder. So you refer this patient to the endocrinologist. Okay, next. No burning, only frequency is increased, but only you have to go to the toilet at night. And while you pass the urine, the flow is not very clear. Flow is not very proper. Poor urine stream. That indicates there is some obstruction in the urinary flow, and that is called because of the benign prostatic hypertrophy. Refer to the surgeon or urologist for per rectal examination. The doctor puts the hand gloves, wash his hands, and put this finger into the rectal or anal opening and see whether there is any prostate gland. Then another is a cystoscopic examination, can be done by the surgeon. Here comes very interesting explanation, discussion, information. UTI, what Ayurveda is thinking about. Okay, the Ayurvedic word is terminology, Ayurvedic terminology. My dear students, professors, doctors, common man, please learn Ayurveda. Learn Ayurveda, live Ayurveda. This is the slogan of our propaganda of Ayurveda. Okay, mutra krichra. Mutra means urine. Krichra is a difficulty. Difficult urination, that is dysuria, painful micturition. Pain during the micturiation or maybe burning micturiation. In Marathi language, मला उन्हाळी लागली आहे डॉक्टर, मला उन्हाळी लागली आहे. बऱ्याच वेळा मुली बायका अशा तक्रार करतात. दीज आर एक्सप्लेन इन मराठी. उन्हाळी लागली आहे by the Marathi speaking people all over the world. Okay, increased frequency of urine, but amount is very low. He has to go, she has to go frequently, but urine is little only, and only burning in the urethra. What are the causes as per Ayurvedic concept? Okay, infection is one of the causes, but what are the predisposing causes? Which patient will be more susceptible to get this E. coli infection? To whom? The people with pitta dominant prakruti, they will suffer more. Next, food with the irritating property, very spicy, chili, sour, salty, hot in potency. This type of the food, if you are consuming, you are having the chances of getting urinary tract infection. Because urine and pitta are very correlated with each other. Pitta dosha. Pitta is hot. Remember my words. So this type of food is called as a pitta prakopak, pitta vitiating, pitta disturbing food, or very dry food stuff, very less water while eating, less beverages. That is called as a vata prakopak. Vata is disturbed because of the excessive dryness. Excessive dryness. Pitta is disturbed because of the excessive heat. So together, heat and dryness in the urinary tract. Okay. Sometimes occupation is there. Pitta prakopak, pitta disturbing, working near the furnaces. Okay. Season, Grishma Rutu, hot summer, is more prone that in this time the people get a lot of problems with the urinary tract infection because urine is scanty, is highly concentrated, more kshar are there. Okay, next. Hot potency medicines also can be disturbed to your whole urinary tract. Nephrotoxic medicines of the modern medicine like analgin, streptomycin, even some Ayurvedic, bhallatak or bibba, bhallatak, this can cause irritation to the urinary tract. So remember, even Ayurvedic drugs are also hot in potency that can irritate the urinary tract. I'm not saying only allopathic medicine. Okay. Alcohol is very bad because it can cause pitta prakop. Smoking, keeping late at night, going to the bed at 12 o'clock, 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., early in the morning. This is increasing your heat and dryness in your body. You must stop this when you have urinary tract infection. Okay. Unhygienic status, not cleaning of the urethra, anal region. Okay. Venereal diseases like gonorrhea and chlamydial infection. My medical students, please note this word, chlamydial. This is rare, but this also caused because of the venereal problem, visiting to the prostitutes, and it has a separate medicine like doxycycline. Please write it down. For chlamydial infection, only Norflox, only Ciplox will not be useful. There you have to go for capsule doxycycline, 100 milligram potency, 1 tablet morning, 1 tablet evening for minimum 3 weeks. Very long time. Then only burning reduces, because this chlamydial infection is a type of venereal infection. So there is separate understanding should be there in your mind. And unfortunately, there is no specific lab test that can be done for chlamydial infection. According to Ayurvedic science, upashya anupashyabhyam gudalingam vyadhim parikshe. If you get the relief with the doxycycline, then it may be the chlamydial infection. Okay. Stricture of the urethra, this is obstruction. Whenever obstruction, there is a stagnation, and whenever stagnation, infection is there. Obstruction, stagnation, infection. Don't forget this line. stagnation, obstruction, stagnation, infection. Obstruction, stagnation, infection. Remember these words. Cystitis, inflammation. Urethritis. Then what is that? Paripidayanti. Ayurvedic. We are talking about Ayurvedic. I am sorry. Sometimes it is very difficult to understand this, catch this word. But I am explaining by word. Don't look that spelling. This is Marathi Sanskrit spelling. Paripindayati. Paripidayati. Paripidayanti. Pidayanti means giving the pain. Pain around your cystitis or bladder. Pain around your ureter. That is paripidayanti is a word in Samhita which explains irritation. Okay. UTI and Ayurveda causes Vega Vidharana. This is very important. Holding the natural urges frequently. Because again, stagnation, chances of infection. So don't hold the urine. If you feel to go urine, go to toilet. No, doctor, I have the webinar, I have to attend the conference, I have too much busy schedule. If you neglect your natural urges, if you neglect your natural urges, hunger, defecation, urination, sleep, rest, these are the natural urges. And nature is saying that natural urges should be respected. Na vegan dharaniya. This is the Ayurvedic slogan. Okay, holding natural urges frequently is very bad. Rogaha sarveapi mandagno. Another concept of Ayurveda. Ayurveda says from cold to cancer, from cold to the corona, each and every infection is more common if your digestion is not proper, if your metabolism is not proper. Mand agnau, agnau is a digestive fire. And that's why you must check these symptoms, whether the patient has ajirna, indigestion, whether the patient is adman, gas in the stomach, tympanitis. Have you heard? Tympanitis. Then Grullas. Grullas, that is nausea. Then Ashmari Janya Matrakritra. Sometimes this pain may be due to the stones. Ashmari in Ayurvedic word, this is a urinary stone. Management. Ayurveda says, especially whatever the management right now I am telling is for chronic urinary tract infection. First I am talking about chronic urinary tract infection, more than 8 days, or recurrent urinary tract infection. Recurrent. Last month there was urinary infection. Now after 2 months again urinary infection. Again 1 month again urinary infection. Frequency is more and chronicity is there. Then you must find out these principles of Ayurveda. Vatanulomana, easy flow of the urine. Then you give the basti. Because Vata is controlled by basti, medicated enema. You will be surprised, sir. I have the problem with the urine. What you are doing with rectum? Why you are giving the medicines with anus? My dear friends, this is Ayurvedic understanding. Don't get confused. Ayurveda says if there is a problem with the flow, that is Vata problem, Vata. And this Vata dosha can be controlled by Basti Chikitsa, medicated enema. That's why I have advised you, although you have the burning urine, take this Basti, you will get relief. Keep faith on Ayurveda. Keep faith on Ayurvedic Vaidya. That is that Basti for Vatanuloma. You can give Uttara Basti. Even sometimes the Ayurvedic Vaidyas give the medicines to the urethra. Very cooling medicines, Padmakadi Taila, write down. Padmakadi Taila, only 4 ml per urethra with proper sterilization. Autoclaved instruments, only by specialist. Uttarabasti is different than Anuvasana and Niruha. Anuvasana and Niruha Basti are given through the anus. Uttarabasti is given through the vagina or through the urethra. I hope it is very clear. Okay. Avagaha Sveda, because Vata dosha is controlled by little bit hot, warm. So tub bath is given. Then there is a Tapa Sveda, fermentation is given. In urinary problem, there is always recommendation of ghee. Cow's ghee is very soothing. 2 TSF before food. Any UTI, you start taking the cow's ghee at your home remedy. Very interesting. Okay, you can take antibiotic, no problem, but you take the ghee, freshly prepared cow's ghee of home, not ready-made market preparation. Mutral, diuretic medicines. Samvahana with sesame oil, tilatail, at lower abdomen, back, lumbar region, thigh. After applying the oil, then you give the Avadaha Sweda or tub bath. This is best Vatanulomana Chikitsa in Ayurveda. Dashamula Tvath. Dashamula means 10 roots. In the market, easily crude pack is available of total 10 herbs. That is called as Dashamula Tvath is prepared by Vaidya. Then Niruha Basti is given and Anuvasana Basti is given with Tilatail, sesame oil. One day Anuvasan, second day Niruha. One day Anuvasan, second day Niruha. Alternate for minimum 3 to 4 bastis of each. Okay. Mutral medicines like diuretic medicines, best medicines are Punarnava. I am repeatedly explaining about this Punarnava. Very fantastic plant in Ayurveda. Punarnava. Punarnava. Nava means new. Regeneration. New regeneration is possible with this Punarnava plant. If your heart muscles are degenerated, your brain muscles are degenerated, kidney cells are degenerated, any cells are degeneration, regeneration is possible with using Punarnava plant, single herbal tablet. Punarnava Ghana Vati for long duration, for 3 months, 6 months. But you must try this good medicine. Palasha Pushpa. This is also very interesting plant. 2 grams each, Punarnava and Palasha Pushpa. 30 ml of warm water. Keep 4 hours and after filtering little bit sugar, drink it. That is called as a Fanta Kalpana in Ayurveda. Fanta, hot infusion. Fanta, hot infusion. Okay, next. Mutra Kricha Kalpa. What are the medicines? Chandra Prabha. 2 TDS or there is or Shila Jitvadi Vati. 1 TDS or Trivanga Bhasma tablet. Trivanga Bhasma tablet, 1 TDS. Again, folding my hands, my dear friends, medicine for not for self-medication. This is only for educational purpose to my Ayurvedic students, Ayurvedic doctors. Okay, but common man, no self-medication. Next, Mutra Kricha, Dagdi Bor Pishti. Very interesting medicine in Ayurveda, very best medicine. Dagdi Bor Pishti is called as Vyadhi Pratyanika. Sanskrit word. What is exactly Vyadhi Pratyanika? Very specific is called as the Vyadhi Pratyanika. Very specific for UTI. Dagdi Bor Pishti. Dagdi Bor Pishti in the market available 250 milligram every half an hour with 1 spoon of Gulkand. What is Gulkand? Jam of rose petals. Jam, it's very sweet. So, Dagdi Bor Pishti 250 milligram, make it with paste with the Gulkanda, lick it to control every half an hour, every 1 hour you can repeat it. No problem. Okay. Medicated water with dhane and jire, home remedy, best home remedy. Any UTI, you start immediately. Dhane, jire, medicated water. Dry coriander and cumin, you must take, for example, 5 grams each, raw, crude, and boil it in a, for example, 4 cup of water, reduce it to the 1 cup, drink it. TDS, 2 times in a day, 4 times in a day, you can take dhane, jire, medicated water, dry coriander, cumin water. With the medicines, without medicines. Or you can also take rice water. What is rice water? Raw rice, raw, not the cooked rice, raw rice. First you wash, because there is some preservatives, boric acid and all these things, wash it. Remove it water 2-3 times and then keep that raw rice with the water for more time. say for example 1 hour, 2 hour, and then after filtering that water, if you drink, that becomes a more lubricating alkalizer for the urine. Okay, rice water. UTI and Ayurveda, apatya, don't do it. Viruddha anna, don't take it. Incompatible food like the milkshakes, hot and cold together like ice cream with hot chocolate, not good. Vidahi, fried, chili, spicy, alcohol, fish, betel leaf, vidyasa pan, asafoetida, hing, mustard, mohri, salt, curd, fermented products are not allowed in urinary tract infection. Consume what you can take: old rice, green gram, mugaचं गढण, bottle gourd, दुधी भोपळा, dates, khajur, raisins, manuka, tender coconut water, sweet fruit juices, awla, lemon juice, dry coriander, and cumin. And of course, ghee is the best. East ho ya west, ghee is the best in UTI. East ho ya west, ghee is best in the UTI. Cystitis. Ushnavad. What is the word? Ushnavad in Ayurveda. Mutra ghat, mutra ghat. Because there is obstruction. What is the Ayurvedic prescription for the doctors? Not for self-medication. Tablet Chandraprabha 2 TDS, Chandanadi Vati. 2 tablets 3 times in a day. Ushirasava. Ushir is a vada, vetiveria, a grass, cooling grass. 4 TSF with equal amount of water 3 times in a day. Cystitis Ayurvedic prescription. Another prescription, Chandraprabha, 2 TDS, 2 tablets 3 times in a day, Chandra Kalaros and Chandanasav. In spite of Ushirasav, sandalwood, Chandanasav, 4 TSF with equal amount of water. UTI Ayurvedic medicines, another list of the medicines. Any doctor can, by his own logical interference, he can use those medicines. Sukshma Triphala, Ayurvedic antibiotic, Pravara Pishti Vati, Pittanashak, Mauktik pearl, very good for cooling effect. Mauktika basma, Gokshuradi Gugulu, tablet Bang Sheela, Bruhatyadi Kashaya tablet. Bruhatyadi Kashaya tablets. Kurdalu Yoga. Kurdalu Yoga, Panchabhotik Chikitsa, Haralu and Kajjali. Kajjali means mercury and sulfur. Haralu is a plant. This is Panchabhotik Chikitsa. This Kurdalu Yoga is available in the tablet form by Agasti Pharma from Pune. Then Arvindasava, Sarivadhyasava, Udumbaravaleha, and Kalyanaka Grita. These are the medicines we can use for UTI. So my dear friends, this is the end of topic, that is of urinary tract infection. Management always with Ahar, Vihar and Aushadhi. Here you can see diet advice, lifestyle advice and medicines. Okay. Disclaimer. Dr. R.R. Deshpande is doing all these videos with his intelligence and experience for educational purpose only. This is not time pass videos. Okay. So self-medication should be avoided, and if you do it, Dr. Deshpande will not be responsible for any bad consequences. I am very much thankful to you. I am obliged to you by your patience hearing, supporting my genuine efforts, and I wish you have the long, healthy, and happy life. My dear friends, please subscribe all the audios or the videos in Marathi, Hindi, English to all your WhatsApp group, all your friends in your colleges. You can become the health ambassador, not of Dr. Deshpande, Ayurveda ambassador, health ambassador, and then you request on behalf of me, please subscribe my YouTube channel to support, to give the moral boost to Dr. Deshpande to do these activities every day. Every day, at least one video. I will try my level best. Sometimes it cannot happen, but I will try my level best to give you the maximum what I can give. Thank you very much once again, and I am taking you leave. I am just closing this video by saying you bye-bye. Okay, stop sharing, and I will say end of the